Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Alpha Traders. We'll do an end of the year projection. Let's take a look at our projection bosses. I've got a weekly chart up here. I have got a Laplace distribution projection going from the $28,000 low that we experienced back in the week of July 19th. So what are we looking at here? All right. Now, either you can go out in YouTube land and you can watch people that use moon phases and fib lines and all kinds of goofy stuff like that to get your end of the year probabilities, or you can get actual intel that you can use. Right? The high frequency trading firms are using Laplace and normal distribution. Right. This is what they're programming their algos for. These are the targets these algos are going to be shooting for. And so let's take a look here. So there is probabilities to both sides. So I'm going to give you the whole distribution, right? We're going to start on the upside. By the end of the year, if Bitcoin ends up at the top side of the 68.3 Laplace distribution range, you're looking at a $45,266 Bitcoin. If it ends up at the 95.4% Laplace distribution range, you're looking at $123,201 Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin decides to get real wild and make a 99.7% Laplace distribution range move, you're looking at a $506,423 Bitcoin. This is why we use the Laplace distribution a lot, because the Laplace distribution is great for highly volatile assets, and the chances of Bitcoin getting outside of that range, 0.03% chance. So at the wildest, I'm looking at about a 500K Bitcoin. My bias right now is about 125,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year. If Bitcoin decides to really take a down move, the 68.3% Laplace distribution range to the downside is $27,981. The 95.4% Laplace distribution range is at 102 or a $10,280 Bitcoin. Excuse me, I'm used to these bigger numbers. And if it decides to really break off, we're talking a $2,500 Bitcoin. It's a 99.7% Laplace distribution range. Pretty big range at the end of the year. $2,500 to $506,000 range. Pretty damn massive. And that is the probabilities with the Laplace distribution. Now we're going to go over, I've got a chart set up with the bell curve and normal distribution. So if Bitcoin decides to end up at the first standard deviation at the end of the year of the normal distribution, you're looking at a 65,000 and some change dollar Bitcoin. If it decides to make a two standard deviation move by the end of the year, $125,837 Bitcoin. And if it decides to make a third standard deviation move by the end of the year, $241,000 Bitcoin. A 1SD move to the downside by the end of the year, $17,415 Bitcoin. A two standard deviation to the downside, $9,000 Bitcoin. And a three standard deviation move to the downside, a $4,600 Bitcoin. Not as big of a range, obviously, right? Laplace distribution. It's going to be a wider range at that 99.7% level. That's just how it is, because a highly volatile asset like Bitcoin can break through this third standard deviation, right? So, yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this end of the year projection. So, yeah, I want everybody to have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at on this big, beautiful blue marble. And we will talk to you later.